Hello everyone. In this video, you will learn how to import well data into Attribute Studio. These are the supported well data types in Attribute Studio. We support well data in Geographics ASCII, OWX, and Photon ASCII format. In terms of the separate file, we support well header ASCII files, well path ASCII files. For well logs, we support ASCII format and LAS files. For well tops, we support well tops ASCII files. We also support well formations ASCII files. And we also support production data and well completion data. Those are both in ASCII format. For TD curves, it's also common ASCII format. In this video, we will focus on how to import well header and well path in Attribute Studio. To import well headers, you can go to the top main menu Import and select Well Data, Well Header. This will promote the users to browse and select the well header file in the computer to start the process. You need to make sure the file type is set to well header ASCII files. Then you select the well header file and click Open. Once the well header file has been selected and opened, it's time to set up the parameters for the header file. First, at the right side, you need to set the data separator by selecting either fixed width column or by delimiters. Second, you need to specify the importing range lines for the data. You can see the import range from the preview. In this case, the data is starting from the second line, so we select from line 2. And then it ends at line 15, so this is to line 15. Normally, the end line number will be automatically match the file, but the start line number need users to specify. And then you need to set the delimiters. This indicates which delimiters are present in the well header file. And this ignore consecutive need to be unchecked if there is any blank column in your spreadsheet. If this is checked, then the value in the spreadsheet will automatically fill the empty space. If this is unchecked, then the empty column in the spreadsheet will remain. This part is to set the text qualifiers for the well header file. If there are any double quotes or single quotes in the spreadsheet, then you need to check this to avoid those symbols to be imported. And for the column's name, you can set the column's name for well header files automatically or use the last used column names. And for the unit names, if there are any unit you want to import, you can specify its line number. And this is normally work for well completion data or well production data. In this case, because we are importing the well header, we just select None. And this spreadsheet is the preview of the original file. The most important step is to indicate the data column properly using the drop-down menu. For importing well header, the columns we need to specify includes well name, UWI, surface X, surface Y, KB, and total depth. So we can use the drop-down menu to select the correct column name. Because this column is empty, then I don't want to import it, so I select Do Not Import. And for this column, I want to select the total depth. For well type, you can select it or not. That is not mandatory. But these columns are mandatory: well name, UWI, surface X, surface Y, KB, and total depth. Please note that if the data does not appear to make sense in the preview area, the selected delimiter should be run. Then you need to select a different delimiters to get the correct format for the preview. After you select the correct columns, then you can click Next. And in this step, you will need to specify the unit of the wells and the file coordinate system. If the wells are in a coordinate system that is different than the project system, then you can select Other coordinate system. Otherwise, if it's the same as the project coordinates, you just select project coordinates. If the wells are in latitude and longitude, then you can select latitude or longitude option. Then you can click OK to start importing the well header. Now the well header is imported in Attribute Studio and is saved under the Wells tab in the Data Manager. You can open a base map to show the wells and to QC its location. After importing the well header, to import the well path, you can go to the Import top menu again, select Well Data and Well Path. Then you can find the well path file. And if there are multiple well path files, you can select them all and import them at once. Make sure that the file type is selected to be the well path ASCII files. Then you can click Open, and in the first page, this is to instruct the program whether to extract well information from the file or specify them directly. If the well path files contain correct information regarding to the well name, coordinates, depths, etc., then select Extract well information from the file option. Otherwise, select the Specify well information manually option. In this case, I will select Specify well information manually. Then because here the file name corresponds to the well name, then it will automatically select the well for each file. You can see here the file is matched to each well and it shows the correct well UWI and coordinates. Then we can click Next. In this page, this is very similar to importing well paths. Again, the important thing is you need to specify the importing range. In this case, from line 13 and the delimiters text qualifiers. Most important is to specify the column name. And for well paths, we have different combination that you can select to import well paths. The most frequently used is to select the MD azimuth and the inclination. So the first column should be the MD, and this column is the azimuth. The last column is the inclination. We just need these three columns to import the well path. Then click Next. So in this page, you can see to import the well path, we can select different combination of columns. What we select is the MD inclination azimuth, but you can also use other combination such as TVD, DX, DY, TVD, XY, XYZ, and DX, DY, DZ. You need to specify which MD and TVD reference to use, KB or mean sea level. Sometimes the data for depth has mistakes, and Attribute Studio allows users to omit these data points if depth value is less than the previous MD value in the file. Then in the next step, you need to specify the unit and the file coordinate system. If the file coordinate system is different than the project system, then you select Other coordinate system. Otherwise, you just select project coordinates. Then if you just import one file, you can click OK. But if you import multiple files at once, you need to click OK for all to import all of the files. Now you can see all the well paths have been imported, and the well paths are shown on the base map. You can also open a 3D window to visualize them. So these are all the wells and well paths imported in Attribute Studio project. If you want to see the detailed well path information for each well, you can go to the data tree view and right-click on one of the well and select Spreadsheet. Then this is the well path for the well you selected. This is the end of the video of importing well header and well paths into Attribute Studio. If you have any inquiry, please send message to support@geomodeling.com. Thanks for watching.